good, YouTube? jgoods back at it again with another video. So today I'm going to be talking about what's in my fishing bag. So this is what I typically bring fishing, at least some of the stuff that I typically bring fishing. It's not always this bag. I'm kind of filtering through that bag, another North Face, and then like a drawstring if I'm in like a kayak or a different boat where I don't have as much space as I'd like to kind of get things going. I'm gonna go over this really quick. This is my fly gear. Like all this stuff that I bring fly fishing is in here. I know there's a lot of people who, have a lot more stuff fly fishing, but this is, typically what I use. So to start off on the outside, there's just little clippers, and they have a guide thing to poke holes in your guides, and these are really useful because I don't have to worry about like dropping them or losing them. They're on here. So if you open up kind of this main compartment, that's where I keep my fly box. Kind of pathetic, but it works. Not many flies in here, and I don't really know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff, so I'm just gonna set that right there. And then obviously pliers or hemostats, just to get the fly out, or if I'm dealing with like a pike or something and I don't want to touch it, those come in handy. This is like floatant. It's basically gink. You put it on your fly, let it sit for like a few seconds, and it'll float. So I love using this stuff because I love fishing topwater. So I don't really keep much else in here, and then I also keep extra tippet in here. This is just some 4X, really important. I also keep, if I can get one, some extra GoPro batteries. These are really key. I run out of them quick, so I have like 3 or 4 in there. Keep them charged, and then I switch them out when I need to. So getting back to the actual bag, so this main kind of compartment in here is filled with Plano boxes. So these 2 Plano boxes, this one's all hard baits and topwater stuff. This one is kind of a mix of jigs, chatterbaits, and then stuff I'm actually typically bringing in my kayak. So I'll go through this one first. It mainly has, like I said, hard baits, whether that's jerk baits, topwaters, spooks, poppers, big glide baits like this. So I really like fishing this thing. It's a lot of fun, it has really good action. I don't know what company it's made by, I got it a while ago, but this thing's really fun to use. Obviously I got a ton of jerk baits in here. I love jerkbait fishing, it's probably one of my favorites. And then, topwater frogs. Let me pick out a few baits. So, if you're looking to get into hard baits I'd recommend. Obviously this is soft bite frog, but it's topwater. So, this thing's really nice, it's a lot of fun. It's basically like a popper for a frog, so it creates a lot of noise, a lot of disruption on the top of the water, and it's a lot of fun to fish. This is something I got in an MTB, and I liked it so much that I had to go and buy another one because I lost it. So this thing's actually a lot of fun. If you guys have I don't remember the name, but if you see this online, I would definitely pick it up. It makes a ton of noise, and yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. It's a good spook, and I've caught a lot of fish on it because it makes so much noise and it's so obnoxious. If you're looking to get into jerkbait fishing, this is a Rapala Shadow Wrap. So this is probably like one of my first jerkbaits that I caught a lot of fish on, and it's something that definitely just plain out works. So whether it's like dirty water or crystal clear, this thing will catch fish. So hard baits, that's kind of it for hard baits. Okay, so going into this smaller box, you guys can see over there. It's mainly, so this is all stuff I throw in here that I don't typically have in here because I either like kayak fishing or it's just miscellaneous stuff. Here's another spook that I really like. Makes a lot of noise. I'll get to this bait in a minute, but these are all jigs. There's punching rigs right here, treble hooks, Nico rig weights, drop shot weights, split shots, and drop shots weights. Net rig stuff, soft plastics that are already rigged up with like a football head or a wobble head. Get that out. So that's where I kind of keep soft plastics already rigged up. And then obviously I said jigs. So these jigs are mainly what I use when I'm fishing jigs. They're like a Strike King jig. They're small and they're super cheap, so that's what I typically stock my box with. So that's what's in there. Getting back to this MEPS. So this MEPS I don't use for bass fishing. I actually use it for salmon fishing and trout fishing in the fall. I'm really excited to go do that this year, but this is what I typically use, that and like rip and wrap sometimes, but this is what I typically use when I'm doing that, fishing in rivers, fishing in Lake Michigan, off the docks, so that'll be really fun. I'm really excited to make those videos this year. So now that we're all done with the like hard baits, I do keep a couple soft plastics. I don't keep all my soft plastics in my box, but I keep a couple. So I have another compartment down here, and I'll just pull out a few if I can. So I keep a couple in there. That's typically because I don't want to keep all my soft plastics. It's a lot, but and so then when I know where I'm going, I narrow it down and just feel like, well, this is what I'm going to target today. And you know, this is what I think will be effective, and then throw like a couple miscellaneous things that I think, you know, could work out if the main thing doesn't work out. So I've been doing like a lot of finesse type fishing. All these Googan baits are all craws. So fishing a lot of jigs lately, and they work pretty well. They're not as durable as I would like, but they work. These are Ned Rig Worms from Z-Man. I really like these. They have really good colors. This one's kind of like translucent, and this one's a little bit more solid of a color, but these are really good. I use them all the time, and they work. Yeah, and then I got some Yum Worms, so either wacky rigging it or like putting on a Texas rig with a weight in the front. And then these I haven't been using that often because I've been using a lot of like green stuff, but these are just like a black and blue creature bait. So I use these on jigs, and I haven't been using a lot of black and blue, but they're in there because, you know, they work, but I just haven't been using them. So that's why those are in there. I have those like little nippers. I always carry like something like pliers. I have these. It's a little tool that breaks down. I typically have this in my pocket, and if I don't have that, I have nail clippers in my backpack always. I don't want to be, you know, caught without those because I don't want to use my teeth to cut lines. So, but also these are really important if you're fishing for something like muskie, pike, or anything that has teeth like trout. You don't really want to be putting your hand in there. You can definitely put your hand in a trout's mouth, but like it's better for you not to. It's safer for you, it's safer for the fish, so just make sure you have like a thing of pliers if you're fishing for those types of fish. The next thing I typically bring fishing is sunglasses. So obviously this varies on like day to day, but if it's sunny out, I'm typically wearing sunglasses. These aren't polarized, but I recommend you get polarized sunglasses. The reason being, it's easier to see through the water with them. They reduce glare, and I have to pick up, actually have some on the way, but I'm waiting for mine to come. So sunglasses are pretty key. Just allows you to see the fish. I also bring water. I don't have my actual water bottle I'll bring, but water bottle. Bring a water bottle, stay hydrated. And then that kind of like goes into also like I bring boat snacks. I got some lifesavers, and that's always pretty essential. But this isn't the actual water bottle I bring, but I usually bring a water bottle. Also, along with sunglasses, wear sunscreen, protect your skin. That I used to lifeguard for a while, and it's just a habit for me to put on sunscreen if I'm going outside, so always wear sunscreen. The next thing isn't necessarily essential, but I bet most people would like to have it. I don't have a scale, but I used to. It was electronic, but I think I'm gonna buy one that's not because it broke because water got onto it. And the other thing is, if you're boat fishing, you probably need a net. If you are, I've seen it happen where I have a friend who brings up a fish and tried to boat flip him, lost him because the line snapped. And you know, if you have a net, or if you can buy one at like a Walmart for like really cheap, I would get one. I have one. I don't have it in here with me because it's probably about this big around. The reason I don't have that in here is because I'm typically not bringing a net when I'm like just bank fishing and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Besides like me using camera gear to fish, I don't really bring anything else. Something that's on my backpack though that I do always have on there is this clip. So this has a plate that I clip up to my camera, and it'll clip in. This is something that's just on my backpack always, so I can have my camera right on my chest, and if I need to use it, I need to use it, you know? So that's typically on there. That's why it's been sitting on the desk. I had to mention it. And yeah, so that's basically it for this video. If you have any suggestions about if I missed anything, you know, leave it in the comments below. If you like today's video, like it, and if you want to hang out some more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on Thursday's video. Peace.